How's it going, everyone? Welcome back to another training camp preview. Today, we're talking about the defense, and we're also going to include the defense. If you missed part 1 featuring the offense, go back and check that one out. The Packers are back on the practice field this week, so let's not waste any time and jump right in with the defensive line. Kenny Clark still leads the group, but will his help finally come this year? Devontae Wyatt, last year's second first-round pick, has to be feeling some pressure heading into the season. He had some flashes near the end of last year, but with Jarran Reed and Dean Lowry leaving in free agency, Wyatt is expected to have a bigger role on defense. TJ Slaton is the other presumed starter. Rookies Colby Wooden and Carl Brooks will be competing alongside second-year player Jonathan Ford and practice squad holdover Chris Slayton for some playing time. This group definitely has some questions and could be added to as we get closer to the season. When talking the defensive line, we really should loop in the edge group too. This year's group has a ton of competition. Now, we don't know yet when Rashawn Gary will be back this season since he is starting on PUP, but we'll be assuming he isn't ready for week 1. So who will be the starter across from Preston Smith? Will Lucas Van Ness get the first look, or will he be playing more with his hand in the dirt? Kingsley Niambare, Justin Hollins, the battle for the third pass rusher and the guy who ends up starting the season is definitely an intriguing one. Also, I know I'm not the first one to say this, but UDFA Brenton Cox Jr. is a name to watch from this group. Moving to the inside linebacker, these starters are set: Devondre Campbell and Quay Walker. Linebacker 3, however, is up in the air. Isaiah McDuffie seems to have the inside track, but you can't count out Eric Wilson or Tariq Carpenter. Carpenter is going through a position change from safety this offseason. This position battle, maybe more than any other on the defensive side of the ball, comes down to how much each guy can contribute on special teams. The cornerbacks are very much in the same situation. The starters are set: Jair, Rasul, Keyshawn Nixon. Stokes will be in the mix once he's back from injury and off the PUP list. Then there's the group of guys fighting for role spots and special teams. 7th round pick Carrington Valentine had a good spring, so he is a name to keep an eye on this summer. Safety, on the other hand, is one of the biggest battles of camp. There's Darnell Savage, Rudy Ford, Tarvarius Moore, Jonathan Owens, Dallin Levitt, Enos Gaines, and rookie Anthony Johnson Jr., and they're all in competition. Seriously, you can convince me why any of these guys could start, or why any of these guys end up being cut, unfortunately. No one in this group faces more pressure than Darnell Savage. The former first-round pick, who did have his 5th-year option picked up last season, ended up not playing very well. The stigma that comes with being a first-round pick is still surrounding him. Hopefully this year he can bounce back, and he runs away with the safety battle in camp. But only time will tell. Real quick, let's talk about the specialists. There's a long snapper competition between Broken Hatcher and Matt Orzich. However, the Packers signed Orzich pretty early in free agency, so he should be the front runner. There's also 2 punters in the mix this year, Pat O'Donnell and David Whalen, but this is pretty much Pat O'Donnell's job to lose, but it's still a competition. Rookie Anders Carlson is currently the only kicker on the roster and seems to have that job on lock. Keyshawn Nixon is expected to be the kick returner after his All-Pro season, but with his expected increased role on defense, the Packers are letting the punt returner job be an open competition. Rookie Jaden Reed seems to be the leader, but Nixon isn't going to give that job away easily. That will wrap up our training camp preview. I hope you enjoyed these videos. Don't forget to check out the offensive preview. Drop a comment on which position battle you are most looking forward to, and as always, go Pack Go.